Forza Motorsport is broken. This is the unfortunate reality. I'm going to prove it in this video. Now, I want to start off by saying I'm not a Forza hater. I really enjoy the racing in Forza, but I'm increasingly frustrated by a lot of the bugs and glitches that are just preventing me from getting to the fun. And I want to share this with you if you're thinking about buying Forza, or maybe you've got Forza. I know so many of you are having the same issues. Now, I'm playing this on an RTX 4090. You can see here we're at Indianapolis, Indy. And this kind of desyncing with this Golf GTI ahead of us is very common in the races I'm having these days. It's really off-putting. I don't know what it is. I don't think I should be experiencing that client side. It's not something I experience in Gran Turismo. Now, this footage here, I am not speeding and slowing up this footage. I'm being consistent with the way I'm showing you this. The game is lagging and it's speeding and slowing me up. Have a look at the way the game is moving compared to my inputs there. So it slows me down, speeds me up. That is really difficult to deal with when you're driving. And you can see here, a lot of Ferraris ahead of us. Are we going to... Yeah, look at this speed up lag. And I think it's actually affecting how everyone's driving. It's certainly affecting how I'm driving. And again, in a first-person shooter, you wouldn't expect yourself to be desynced like that. So I'm not sure what's going on. Again, I think we're having some speed up lag here. Then we have collisions. It's all very weird. Have a look at the Golf there. It shifts into us. And then do we have a collision? No, it goes. So when it's shifting, there's ghosting. There's no collision, but then we have a collision afterwards. I mean, now I get absolutely taken into... I don't know where I am. Look at my speed here. I've gone to the incredible speed of minus 21 billion miles an hour. It's a new world record. This, by the way, was in a race, wasn't it? Wasn't that in a race? And I just had to quit out of it because I just couldn't find where I was. Tried to change my camera angle. You know, I got punted so hard, I literally entered the Shadow Realm, is what happened. Then I tried to restart, and obviously the game had just broken. This is a pretty fatal bug, this, and very frustrating. Actually, to be fair, this is practice. This is practice, so it's not a race. So hopefully that is something that is limited to practice and has to exit the game. I've had many times the game just completely crash in a race. And by the way, I want to hear from you in the comments. Let me know any bugs and glitches you're experiencing. The Forza devs, they'll be watching this video and they can collate that and try and fix it. Look at the slow... I mean, this guy on the right-hand side, this is incredible. I think we all have some slowdown lag that causes him to understeer. He literally enters the barrier. He's inside the barrier, but look how the tyres move out. The physics are accurate even though he's inside the barrier. That is genuinely extraordinary. I mean, oh my goodness me. It shows that the physics engine is probably actually from the ground up. Because for that to, you know, happen like that is very uncanny. But there we go. You can see here some lag and they end up going off the track and then slowing down. Maybe that caused it. You know, really frustrating. Obviously, this race in Catalonia in the Ferraris, they're difficult to control anyway. And then in that situation, if I'm going to be understeering, here we are back at Indy. I'll take a little bit of a shortcut. And that's all slowdown. That is real-time slowdown. And, you know, if that's in the fabric of the game, I really worry because that would be something that would be very difficult to fix. I don't know if it's a case of when other people have bad connections, it interrupts your connection, it slows down what you're doing on the screen. But I really don't believe that's what should be happening. There's a lot more stuff I'm going to show you in this video. Make sure to subscribe, by the way, if you want to help out this channel and if you want to see more videos like this. Again, oh my goodness me, this is literally undrivable, and we get a collision as well as someone just decides to enter the pit. So they're too scared of the lag and they're going to go into the pit. So the game does look glorious. The car models are incredible. The driving when you get it right is amazing. The force feedback out of the box is atrociously bad and something they desperately need to come up with presets. And they can use my presets. Forza, if you're watching, use my presets, put them in. Because that Ferrari actually went flying. Did I just see a levitating Ferrari there? So we've got cars flying in Forza. Look at this! Yes, that's clearance. It's a hover Ferrari. The new version. You can see it's kind of weirding me out there. Coming into the big braking tunnel. Not as big as it used to be, actually, with the new layout. And again, everyone's getting shuffled around. What lap is it? It's lap 1 in the big braking zone. I mean, this is impossible to race in. It's like cars are coming in and out of hyperspace here. What's going to happen around here? Are we going to have any slowdown? This is not a corner where you want slowdown because it's such a precise corner, and I get it. And then we understeer and we go off track because it's impossible for me to work out what I'm doing. This is, what's this? This is me on the right hand side, but it's not my driver suit, which is kind of weird. So it's not showing my driver suit. I mean, small thing. It's showing his driver suit. But, you know, if you're spending money... Can you spend money on driver suits? I don't know. But if you're unlocking stuff, you want to see your in-game character actually dressed how you are. And that's not what's happening, which is a bit weird. I've also had stuff here where the game just delays and you can't actually upgrade your full and tyre. Here, for some reason, my wheel rotation had changed. So you can see the way that I'm rotating the wheel. Oh, then did we crash? Has the game crashed? Then I think the game just crashed as well as I was sitting there. So... You know, this really was... The game was struggling at this point. And like I said, I'm a Forza fan. I want to keep having good racing in Forza. I've got my online racing series. Now, this is a big one here. And I really want to hear from you whether you're having this one. So every time I start Forza, I basically lose a lot of settings. So I lose my custom dead zones. And my custom dead zones are very important because the default dead zones are atrociously bad. I mean, the fact that you have... the acceleration dead zone on the end is not good, and at the beginning I leave a bit on the brake, but this is what I like to have my dead zones at, but it always resets it. And then it also resets my inputs on my pedals directly. I've got Fanatec V3s going directly into my PC, and as you can see, that unknown device, they get reset. Any buttons I've assigned to the wheel, they get reset as well. Then often when I remap the brake and accelerator, I don't know why they call it gas here, that's because it's a games as a service. It also will reset all of my settings again. So it's just really, really frustrating, and it frustrates me from going into the game. Don't know what's going on here at Catalonia. So we're going to set up our car for the race, and we're going to be ready to go. Here we go, coming out. And look, there's so the cars all over. Look, that is just indicative of some kind of weird lag, and it's buggy, right? I mean, you can't dispute that is buggy. Now, whether that's a game breaker for you or not, I don't know. Let me know. And again, I think we had some sort of issues, or it's just a compilation here of all the issues that we had. So let me know in the comments, please, what do you think about this? And do you think Forza has released too early? Do you think they're afraid of Gran Turismo? Maybe they've, you know... They needed to get it out to hit some certain dates, and they're going to fix it later. Gran Turismo, when it launched, did have a lot of features that have now been added later on in the game. I think Forza Motorsport has the potential to be a really great racing game, but I also think it could completely flop. I think it's very hard to make a racing game in today's world, especially a quasi-simulation one. All of the hardcore simulation fans, you've got the likes of ACC, iRacing, Assetto Corsa. The people that are casual fans, well, you can now race really casual games like Need for Speed, The Crew, Forza Horizon. Maybe Forza Horizon is even Forza Motorsport's launcher, but let me know in the comments. I'm very interested to hear from you, and I hope they fix these bugs.